You can stare at a screen and play video games for 3 hours straight. You don't move, you don't blink. But the second you need to sit down and do 30 minutes of deep work, your brain panics. You feel physically exhausted. You act like you are being tortured. You tell yourself you are lazy. You tell yourself you just lack discipline. You are lying to yourself. You do not lack discipline. Your neurochemistry is hijacked. Your brain is conditioned for cheap dopamine. Every time you open an app, you flood your receptors with unearned pleasure. You are trying to run a high-performance machine on dirty fuel. Over time, your baseline drops. Hard work does not just feel boring, it feels physically painful. In the next few minutes, we are going to dissect exactly how to reset your dopamine tolerance. We will cover the specific behavioral hacks to make difficult tasks feel effortless. By the end of this protocol, you will stop fighting your own biology and start using it to execute. Write this down now. Your brain does not need motivation. It needs a reset. Let us dissect the science. You are addicted and you don't even know it. Understanding dopamine, the motivation molecule. We must start with the chemical itself. Most people think dopamine is the reward chemical. They think it is the feeling of pleasure you get after doing something good. That is a massive biological misunderstanding. Dopamine is the molecule of craving. It is the molecule of pursuit. It spikes in anticipation of the reward, not when you actually get the reward. If your dopamine system is unregulated, you experience severe brain fog. You feel unmotivated. You have zero clarity. You know exactly what you need to do to succeed, but you physically cannot bring yourself to do it. This is because your brain is currently flooded with artificial stimulation. You are getting maximum dopamine from activities that require zero effort. Scrolling, gaming, binge watching. You are giving your brain the ultimate reward without forcing it to hunt. When you do this every single day, you build dopamine tolerance. The 2023 Neurobiological Review confirmed that constant, high-stimulation activities downregulate your dopamine receptors. Your brain physically removes receptors to protect itself from the flood of neurochemicals. Now, normal life feels incredibly dull. Sitting in a chair to study or build a business project offers such a low amount of dopamine compared to your phone that your brain registers it as a punishment. Here is the painful truth about your current life. You must understand why you are hooked. Why do you spend hours doing things you know are destroying your potential? Comfort is the strongest gravitational pull of the human brain. There is a primitive part of your neurology that only cares about feeling safe and avoiding exertion. Some call it the monkey brain. It wants immediate pleasure. But that primitive hardware is not going to make you successful. It will keep you exactly where you are. Right now, there are two versions of your neurochemistry. The current version derives pleasure from cheap, fake dopamine. But the optimized version of you, the one that actually achieves freedom, has a rewired reward system. That version derives intense pleasure from execution. The work becomes the reward. The reading is just as satisfying as the movie used to be. If you do not detach yourself from cheap stimulation, you will always struggle to be consistent. You will always fall back into the exact same cycle of procrastination and guilt. This is exactly how you fix the damage. The Dopamine Detox Protocol. We are going to reset your receptors. Phase 1 is the fast. You need to starve the brain of cheap stimulation so it becomes sensitive again for a dedicated period of time. Whether that is a weekend or a full 7 days, you eliminate the hyperstimulating inputs. No scrolling, no video games, no junk food. You replace the fake dopamine with natural dopamine activities. Walking, reading, writing, lifting weights. I know this sounds agonizing to your current brain. That is the withdrawal speaking. But after just a few days, the fog lifts, your receptors upregulate. Suddenly, reading a book feels engaging. Working on your business feels exciting. You hit a biological reset button. Phase 2 is environment engineering. Willpower is finite. If your phone is sitting next to your keyboard buzzing every 5 minutes, you will fail. You must remove physical temptations. Create brutal friction between you and the bad habits. Delete the apps. Block the websites. If you make distractions incredibly difficult to access, you will naturally default to the work. Make the good habits accessible. Make the bad habits impossible. Do not consume dopamine, earn it. Delayed rewards. This is the core of rebuilding your reward system. You must approach your day strategically. You start with low dopamine tasks in the morning, deep work, studying, exercise. You do the hardest thing first when your brain is starved for stimulation. You never consume cheap dopamine before you execute. If you wake up and instantly look at your phone, you have ruined your neurochemistry for the entire day. You have given the brain the reward without doing the work. Push all dopamine-heavy activities to the end of the day. Work first, reward after. This trains your biology to associate hard effort with the impending pleasure. You reprogram the craving. Phase 4 is the identity shift. You are not a lazy person trying to be productive. You are a high-performance operator who rejects cheap stimulation. You must shift how you see yourself. If you constantly tell yourself you have no discipline, your brain will execute that exact program. When you sit down to work, you are not forcing yourself. You are choosing the ultimate long-term reward over the pathetic short-term high. The modern world is designed to keep you distracted, weak, and addicted to a screen. Your attention is harvested for profit. Stop wasting your life chasing fake dopamine. Take control of your neurochemistry. Optimize your biology. If you want to master your human performance and build a mind immune to distraction, subscribe to the channel. We translate the science so you can dominate your reality. See you in the next protocol.